Dylan, obviously, as Brian said, been training out in the Cronk gym under the eye of Jonathan Banks here on O2 on Saturday night, and a big fight for you for the WBC International Silver title.
Yeah, firstly I want to say thanks to Brian for accepting the fight. We tried for weeks to get a top 40 heavyweight opponent in the world, and we couldn't. I think I sent about 50 names to Eddie or something that wanted to fight. A lot of them was undefeated guys because I wanted a good test for this fight. You know, I'm 15-0 with 12 knockouts. You know, as a young and up-and-coming heavyweight, it's good to get knockouts, but it's also good to try and get some rounds and get some valuable experience. And so I was trying to get somebody who hopefully would give me that. And I think Brian Minto may be the perfect guy. He's experienced, he's mobile, and he's a tough guy. You know, in all of his fights, he only show up to fight. So I'm hoping Saturday that Brian Minto will show up. I've been training for the best Brian Minto. You know, I haven't even watched his latest fight. I've been watching his old fights. So hopefully he'll show up and you know, give me some rounds, and we'll see what happens.
Obviously, an agreement in place for the fight on December the 12th. But first, you have to get through Brian Minto, and Anthony has to get past Gary Cornish as well. Have you got one eye on that date as well, or is it all about business on Saturday?
It's a bit hard to say I haven't, because it's a good fight. But you know, I'm focusing on Brian Minto. Joshua's got an easy fight Saturday, to be honest. I see Gary Cornish going around, if that much, to be honest. You know, I'm just saying what I think. You know, I mean, you know, it's heavyweight boxing. You know, he might surprise us. Hopefully, he believes in himself and going there and proves us wrong. But I just see him getting sparked out early, like in bad fashion, to be honest. And then, you know, I see Joshua getting sparked out by me in December as well. So he sparks him, I spark him. Good deal.
Anthony, I know that obviously there's always the focus on you and plenty of attention. I know where possible you try and lock yourself away and keep yourself out of that. But the pressure for you comes with the expectancy of the public to win your first major title on Saturday night.
Yeah, most definitely. Looking forward to it. There's no business like fight business. I'd like to take my hat off to Sky, my team that I've built from day one. You know, boxing's a business as well as a sport, so I've definitely watched the champions before me, people that have come before me, and I make sure I put myself in a good position. So I can't complain to anyone about no PR, no Sky interviews and stuff like that. So I made sure I put myself in a position. So I just like to thank you guys and my team as well. I like to keep myself away from all that, you know what I mean? I just get on with it, it is what it is. But at the same time, without the push, without the hype, I wouldn't be thanking all you guys for coming out to come and watch us on Saturday. So I'd like to thank you guys for coming out as well. And Commonwealth title Saturday, following in the footsteps of some great champions. So good luck to Cornish, and we'll get it on, and we'll bring some entertainment.
I've seen you in this training camp. I think you've had a longer camp and harder camp than you've ever had. Although you're expected to win on Saturday night, you know the threat of Gary Cornish. First time in your career you've faced someone bigger than you, and you know the dangers of heavyweight boxing.
It's like, I think since like 2008, it's all like, all of these boxers, we all have good training camps, but it's all a compliment of what we've been doing for years, the mistakes we've made, the things we've done right, and what we're going to keep on doing. So training camp's gone well, but it's just a compliment of what I've been doing for the past fights that I've been in. Cornish, for me, I've got the underdog mentality. I'm coming in hungry, so it's no different. I've got that contender mentality just like him, so I don't really feel the pressure. I don't really look at myself as the big I am. I just see myself as a young, hungry competitor trying to make my way in life through boxing.
Obviously, the boxing world, social media, everybody's talking about a potential fight with Dillian Whyte on December the 12th. Is it just a case of business on Saturday and then get the job done and move on to that fight?
Yeah, most definitely. Just another date. It's been set. I respect Cornish for coming along, getting himself in good nick. And as soon as I move on from that, you know, I'm not jinxing nothing. I'm not saying too much. But God willing, I move on from that fight Saturday as champion. Me and Dillian will fight December 12th. We've got the British title on the line. He can have his 5 minutes of fame right now, and then I'll move on. In a couple of months, he'll be forgotten about.
When are you going to stop being fake and be yourself?
And then we'll move on to.
When are you going to stop being fake and be yourself? What about that? How about you stop being what people expect you to be and be yourself? When?
In what sense?
Just be yourself. This isn't you. This is not you. I spent time with you before. This is not you. Stop being fake and trying to fool the people. This is not you, mate. Be yourself.
In what sense?
Be yourself. You know what I'm talking about. Be yourself. You come up here acting like some good behaving punk. Be yourself, man. What's wrong with you? Listen, you're getting hurt December, I'm telling you now.
Focus
I'm gonna
on
mess you up.
You're lucky to be on my undercard. Just
You're a
focus on
fool. Oh,
Saturday.
very funny, look at you. I'm on the undercard because I kicked your ass before. I'm gonna do it again, you look punk.
You know what I mean?
Fool.
Focus on Saturday.
Okay,
You're a fool, bro. Don't talk rubbish, man.
I think
You're gonna get bashed up.
we'll see. We've got a bit of work to do first. And
He's
then,
getting bashed up. I don't care what the wreck. He's getting bashed up. Remember, I tell you now, he's getting bashed up.
Okay.
Act like you're this good boy.
We could be back here next week for another press
been
conference.
serving up. Go serve up, man, and don't
We're
come
looking
up here and
forward to
talk
that.
rubbish about being a your
Right,
undercard.
listen. So, we're going to break now,
Scumbag.
and we're going to have head-to-heads, and we look forward to a great night on Saturday, and many more great nights in the very near future for British boxing. Thank you all for coming. Roll on Saturday night.